Welcome to another episode of OG55. Glasses are back for a limited time only, though. A limited time only. Having a little bit of issues with my contacts, so I got to wear my glasses for about a week now. But I got Mr. Webba with me today. We are reacting to SoCal Disney Dad in regards to the vibes at Disney. This has been a point of discussion here on OG55 for a real long time. Are you a vibes person or are you a rides person? I'm a vibes guy. Mr. Webb is a rides guy. So this is a great video to react to. Mr. SoCal Disney Dad up next. We're gonna react to it up next on here. Oh, G55. Let's get it. Welcome aboard, everybody, to this episode of OGZ50 Feezy. I got Mr. Webba in the house today. Mr. Webba, how are you today, sir?
OG, thank you so much for having me on for this topic, John. I'm really excited to go with it, and I'm doing well. Glad to be here, and I'm super excited too because this guy, SoCal Disney Dad, he's from my home turf, San Diego. So San Diego represent. I can't wait to go over this with you guys.
Yeah. You say San Diego?
San Diego.
That's where he's from?
Oh yeah.
I ain't got nothing to say but West Side.
There you go. Mr. Webba, where can everybody find you on social media, sir?
Absolutely. You can find me on all social media platforms at Mr. Webba 91. You can also find me right here in Orange Grove 55.
Yes, sir. And everybody, check out the channel. We have a lot of great recent content. We have a bar chat up on the channel. We have a car chat. We got bar chats and car chats now. We did 2 Star Wars gaming reactions. So Mr. Webb and I have been very, very busy men doing a lot of content. So make sure you check out that content. And also, Webba, you did a playthrough for Avatar. What was the game called? It was Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, I believe.
Correct. So since this is the month of Avatar, right? Avatar Fire and Ash comes out this month. Am starting to do, or I just started a first playthrough of part 1 of Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. The DLC for the Fire and Ash comes out on, I believe, on the 19th. But this is going to be a long game though, so prepare to have a lot of videos come out of this game because I'm gonna play through the entire game and then we'll play through the Fire and Ash DLC.
There it is. There it is. All right, Webba, let's go ahead and pull this video up. We're going to react to it right. And now we got Mr. SoCal Disney Dad. Make sure you subscribe to him and check his content out. He's doing really, I mean, dude, he's got 74K subscribers.
Yes, and
That's
also
great.
also, Jay, I want to say too. What also I think SoCal Disney Dad, his name's Trevor. Really cool dude. He's also a family of 4, I believe, and his content's great. Right? He gives like a lot of tips and tricks about the park, but also like Walt Disney World now. All things San Diego, the zoo, Safari Park, SeaWorld, Legoland. But it's really good because he comes at it also not just from like a hardcore theme park perspective, nerd like us, but like a family, right? If you're coming on vacation, what do you do at these parks? And or how
I
do you
love
navigate them, right? So I think it's very good for the normie who's a fan of these, of course, but they come here and they're like, okay, what do I do?
I love that. I love that. You have the kiddos with you. SoCal Disney Dad, he's got you covered, right? He's got you covered on how to navigate these parks, which is, I think, a great I think that's great content, right? Because you're helping a lot of the normies out. I'm a big advocate for the normie. I really am. Because I mean, honestly, the Disney adults, the diehards like you and I, we know the game, right? We know how to navigate this stuff, right? It's the normies that are going that aren't as familiar. So I love when there's content out there that helps out the normies for sure. And yeah, we're gonna play this, and you can see here my kind of funny. This is my watch history. You can kind of tell. OG is dude. I mean, I got Tupac, Hit 'Em Up, K-pop, Demon Hunters Golden. I got Back to the Future theme song. I got Ian from Baby Monster. that guy, you know, Tyler, the creator, and Rose, and I got Fabulous, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh, dude, I even got a little Jada Kiss right here, you know, a little New York. Shout out to, you know, Lucas Kim, New York, New York. But I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do theater mode though. But yeah, dude, there we go. All right. So, Mr. Webba, are you ready to play this and rock and roll?
I am. We got vibes, you, and we got rides, me. And this video is, as it says, everything to do at Disneyland that's not a ride. So this could be interesting. A very interesting discussion on rides and vibes. So
yeah, and real quick before we start with SoCal Disney Dad, I mean, you and I have been to the parks a few times now together. You know, I mean, we've done Disney, we've done Knott's,
Universal, Legoland.
Yeah, Universal, Legoland, and you and I have very different perspectives on these parks, right? Like I'm the kind of guy, like I'll go to Universal because I live really close to Universal. Like I'm in LA. I'm not in Orange County. I'm in LA, right? So I live very close to Universal. And you know, I'll go to Universal and I'll eat and drink and walk around and hang out with Theme Park Wizard and like just chill or whatever, and then go on the tram and go home, right? And I'm kind of the same way with Disney. Like, I mean, I'll go on like one ride ish, you know, but a lot of it is walking around and eating and stuff like that. Where now I've been to Disney with you and our good friend Candid Camper, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys hit that pavement. I mean, when it comes to the rides, you guys are bada bing, bada boom, ride. So it's a whole different thing. And I try to hang with you guys. I did like
oh, you did, yeah.
I try to hang, you know, but after like the fourth ride, I was all right, guys, I'm done.
Oh man, I was laughing, dude. I when we got on Ian Jones and after the ride was over, man, your hair, you could tell your energy was just down, dude. Your hair went ooh, boop. You know?
Exactly, dude. My hair, it matches my my energy levels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
100%. But are you? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry, just I want to say. So with the rides, right? Is yes, I'm a rides guy. I mean, I like the vibes for sure, right? That's why I love Disneyland because the vibes it gives, right? It's very welcoming. It's warm, right? But I would say my favorite vibes with the park is New Orleans Square and Fantasyland. Those are my two top favorite vibe areas. And also, I like vibe rides. I like Mark Twain, the Columbia, the train, right? I like those. For me, as a rides person, like I can also do shows and parades, right? I like parades. I like shows, so I'll watch those as well. For me, as a rides person, I like to be actively engaged with something. So it could be a show, a parade, watching the Main Street Band or like the Disneyland Band, right? Or a play, or going on rides. That's kind of where I'm at. Or fireworks, right? That's why I like. As if I'm really engaged in an activity at the park, that's what I like. And again, it could be a vibes ride, like Mark Twain, Columbia, or the train.
Well, and I'm glad you brought that up. Look at this. We're hitting the ground running. We're already diving into it. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
But that's a great point that you bring up, that you set up for the video, is that there are vibes and there's rides, right? So a vibe would be like sitting on a bench on New Orleans Square, or sitting on a bench on the water on the the Rivers of America or something, right? That's 100% vibe. Yeah. But then you have vibe rides, which take the vibes and the rides and they kind of like mush, right? Mingle together. So like, for example, like you were saying, like Storybook Canals, the Mark Twain, the canoes, these are vibe rides.
Exactly. And like, besides the the whole diorama part in the train, one of my favorite parts of the train is when you're going behind Small World and you have the whole shot view of the Matterhorn. That's such a vibe right there. It's like I love it, dude. I love it. It's awesome, but it's also a ride.
Exactly, bro. I'm really glad you brought this up because this is gonna be, I think, an ongoing theme here with this video. But like the railroad is a vibe ride.
Yes,
100% a vibe ride. So yeah, no, I love it. All right, let's rock and roll, Mr. SoCal Disney Dad. I will be linking his information, his channel down below, as we do with all the creators, the amazing creators that we showcase here on OG55. And he's a SoCal dad, man. He's West Coast, baby. You know what I'm saying? We love our we love our West Coast. We do love our East Coast too. We love our Floridians, but I mean, we do like to shout out some of these Californians because the Southern California creators are farther and fewer between. The Orlando content creation market is massive, bro. Like,
Oh yeah.
massive. Way bigger than the Cali. I mean, way bigger than California. So we're a small but mighty bunch out here in California. So
Oh, absolutely.
here we go. With that said, I'm gonna go ahead and play Tupac. Hit him up real quick. No, kidding. There we go.
Main Street USA, the Penny Arcade. We're gonna come over here and check it out. It looks like they're quarters, though. They're not pennies. In here, they have 3 Penny Arcade items. We have Esmeralda.
There is nothing that screams Disney more than a Penny Arcade.
Yeah.
That requires quarters. I don't know. I just love that. I just love it. I absolutely love it.
Inside of a candy shop, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Esmeralda, who's temporarily out of order. True Grip Challenge. You're going to test your grip. We'll do that here in just a second. And then directly opposite the way, we have some sort of electricity one. Going to grab the handles.
All right, now grip it with all you got. Construction to stand.
155 Crusher Grip. Oh,
Crusher gripper.
I'm actually pretty decently high up there. There's a couple of reasons why
You know
we're
what?
doing this here
Hold
today. First off, one of our viewers.
Okay, SoCal Disney Dad. He was decent. He was decent, but our boy Jared would absolutely crush the gripper. This guy, our boy Jared is cut. He is ripped. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think Jared would beat all of us, to be honest.
Oh, dude, I honestly, when he comes down to California eventually, I want to arm wrestle him, but only for shits and giggles because I know he's gonna absolutely destroy me. But it'll still be fun to watch.
Well, here's the thing. If I were to try to arm wrestle Jared, he would just like throw me across the room.
Yeah, he'd probably throw me across the room too, bro. One arm on each, a Webba and an OG,
Yes.
Viewers actually suggested it or recommended this, asked a question, said that their family members aren't super big into rides. Can they still have fun here? So we want to answer that question. But secondly, I posted a community post on our channel asking what video you wanted me to prioritize, and over 100 of you voted for this video. So here we are, and we're going to be showing you everything that you can do. It's not a ride. Of course, you can eat. That's one thing you can do that's not a ride. We're here at the Jolly Holiday Bakery. And look what we got. This is a strawberry croissant. This came highly recommended on Instagram, so we're gonna give it a taste test and let you know how it is. Amy's gonna chow down. Breakfast, first thing in the morning. It's also like the heart of spring break right now, and the parking line was crazy to get in here today. So we know the park is gonna be slammed. So it's just a perfect day to do non-ride things. So what do you think?
That's good. There's like some type of filling in there that's sweet, but not too sweet. And then the strawberries give a nice little tartness to it. I really like it.
We want to come check out the Enchanted Tiki Room, but it doesn't look like the first show is until 9 o'clock. Throughout the Disneyland Resort, there are penny machines my boys love.
And that's another example of a vibe ride. It's
Yes.
I mean, maybe not a ride per se, a vibe attraction, right? Where
Attraction,
it's like,
yeah.
So I mean, Tiki Room is classic. I love Tiki Room.
Yeah, no.
Machines.
Sorry.
No, I got you.
And as I say, and again, Tiki Room is another example for me, who's a rides person. Who I will go in the Tiki Room. Why? Because it's an attraction. It's a form of entertainment. It's a form of engagement for me. So, so I'll definitely go in there. You know what I mean?
100%. And that's a mainstay. That's quintessential Disneyland, and I love at the time of this recording, today is actually unfortunately the anniversary of Walt Disney's passing away. But like Tiki Room, whenever I'm in Tiki Room, it reminds me so much of Walt, it still has that it hasn't really changed a whole lot since it premiered, and I love that about it. Now obviously the sound quality and all that has been cleaned up and improved, but the energy and the vibe the vibe is still classic. It's classic Disney, man. You can't help but get goosebumps in the Tiki Room,
Yeah, exactly.
And if you have kids that love penny machines, or even if you're an adult that loves to collect souvenir coins, you can come do that at many of these different machines throughout the park. In that same store in Frontierland, they have another quarter thing that you can do, Woody's Hoedown. So you get to control him. His feet. They're so concentrated on pushing these buttons. If that wasn't enough in the same store, check this out. James is going to put a quarter in this, and we get a musical display.
Now, that's a banger. That's a banger.
That was a big-
That's a banger. But I will say this. I love this stuff. But Knott's Berry Farm, I think when it comes to little things like this,
yeah.
I think Knott's crushes it. You
Oh,
know,
absolutely.
we were there like a month ago. I think now it's been roughly a month ago, and they have a lot of little things like this, right? In like Ghost Town and stuff. I think it's fantastic. I love that. You know.
No, I agree.
Dance. Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. Let's do it. Go on. We did that back at Christmas time, and it was a Christmas song, and so this time it's more like, you know, a little Frontierland type music. Just outside the store is the Frontierland Shooting Exposition. This requires 50 cents, and they do have some change makers over there.
50 Cent. Shout out to 50 Cent.
50 Cent. Oh, OG. Which, by the way, the fact that we're still in any park, we're still like collecting coins. It's kind of baffling to me that there's no option for like your debit card or credit card.
Yes, that is interesting.
And I say that because I never carry cash on me ever. Knott's Berry Farm, when we went, is an all cashless park now. Legoland is also all completely cashless. I do think, I feel like maybe Disney will probably lag behind on that because they appear to a broad audience, and there's a lot of people who do still carry cash. But Knott's and Legoland, they're like, no, we're completely cashless. In Legoland, in their main store, if you want, if you want to buy stuff, you only have cash. You can put money into a machine, and it spits out like a temporary like debit card, basically for you.
That's wild.
So,
Yeah, you and I recently went on like a little road trip, and I had cash. I had some cash on me, and I was up at like, dude, I'm an early riser. You know, I'm like a 6 a.m. kind of guy. And Eva was still sleeping or whatever. And I'm like, I had cash in my wallet, and it annoyed the hell out of me that I even had cash in my wallet. And I ran down to the bank and deposited at like the drive-through ATM at like 6 a.m. dude. It was hilarious. but like, yeah, no, I mean, everywhere takes cards now, man. Like even Universal. I mean, you can't really pay with cash. I mean, there are some locales at Universal that you can, I believe, but for the most part, everything's debit or credit now. So
right. Well, and with this shooting exposition, I mean, to be honest, if I actually had coins on me, I would actually play this. You just never see me go here is because I never have coins on me or cash. So I'm like, well, there's, I'm not going to like take out cash and then exchange it for coins. Like I'm not a cash person. So if they had like a debit card reader or a credit card reader or something where I could just pay it that way, then yeah, I would come here, you know, but they don't. So I don't do it.
Well, yeah. And I don't know why they don't. Cause like, you know, you can go to like the Anaheim main gate, the Motel 6, and their vending machine has a debit card option. Like,
exactly.
Come on. Like I'm really shocked. In my local mall with their Coke machines have a debit card option. Like it's pretty commonplace now. I'm really surprised. You're right, Webba, that they don't have that here. Come on, Disney. I mean, it's money on the table. I mean, I think that if they offered, I agree with you. If they offered that debit card, credit card option, I think you would see more people checking this out. But a lot of people don't have quarters on them to do this.
Yeah.
You know, and they're leaving like they're literally leaving money on the table by not offering that, you know. So yeah, it's a great point. Great observation. And actually it's kind of interesting too. I think recently, didn't the Trump administration recently announced that they're getting rid of the penny? They're not going to produce the penny anymore.
Yeah, the penny's no longer being in production. So now any penny that's there is just going to be kind of cycled through until they're eventually cycled out. I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what's going on. No more pennies. So
yeah, hang on to those pennies. They might be worth some money, you know, in a few years. You never know.
But we're gonna do some shooting. One thing that we are discovering doing this video for you is that a lot of these things that aren't rides don't open until 9 a.m. Can't go over to Tom Sawyer Island until 9 a.m. We can't go to the Tiki Room till 9 a.m. Now, if you look on the app, it does say Tiki Room's open at 8. But when I walked up there was a sign that said, next show, 9 a.m. So we killed some time doing some of those little things for you until 9. This is not something Disney official, but if you love getting into Disney pins, right over here inside of Frontierland is an unofficial meetup for pin trading. And this is the spot where you can find it. Right there's the Frontierland sign, out there's the hub. And this is the spot right here for some unofficial pin trading. Now we can go and do the Enchanted Tiki Room. Aloha! So there's tons of seating options in here. Of course, James has chosen to sit in the front row. But one thing of note is that these things are actually like really, really short. You can see how far it comes up to Amy's back. After like 5 to 10 minutes, that starts to get a little annoying. If you look at the very, very back, they have full-on cushions for your back there in the back row all the way around. This has seating.
You know, that's actually a pro tip. That's actually a huge pro tip because he's absolutely right. Man, I'm telling you, those little like benches with the little back.
Yeah.
Really, especially if you're like taller and stuff, like those are really uncomfortable. That back row is your best option.
Yeah.
You know?
And also too, those little bench things behind you, like the little wood, like there's no back support at all. So I'm like sitting there trying to like sit all the way back, and then like my back just starts to hurt, dude. I'm like, oh, this is uncomfortable. But the trade-off is you're at like the front of the show, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
No, exactly. No, exactly. Yeah, it's you get the vibes, but then you need to get an MRI because your back's all messed up.
All the way around. So I grabbed a corner spot here with a backrest. The kids are going to sit up there because they want to.
My siestas are getting shorter and shorter. Oh, look at all the people. Welcome to Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room.
It's off to what we go. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho.
Just walking into the Tiki Room, just the little music, the decorations. It's like, I really want to go to Hawaii now. I can't
53
wait.
days,
Yeah,
honey.
something like that.
53 days.
It's gonna sneak up.
Our first time going to Disney's Aulani. Plus, we're going to be spending 3 days at a different hotel as well, just exploring Oahu. If you want to be here for that trip, hit the like and subscribe button. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. We paid a little extra for one of the awesome rooms that overlooks the center of the resort, and I can't wait to show it to you guys.
We just can't wait for warm weather.
I
It was
know.
43 degrees this morning when we got here. 43.
So we're in jackets. It's almost April.
I know.
Something else?
Yeah, obviously this is like a little bit of an older video, but like I know a lot of our friends like in the Midwest and like other parts of the country are probably like 43. Like that's not that cold. Out here in California, that is really, really cold. Anything anything under 60 for me, I'm pretty much
freezing.
Done. Yeah, I'm freezing. I am absolutely freezing. So yeah, that's cold.
That opens at 9 a.m. is the Pirates Lair on Tom Sawyer Island. We were wondering if this was open or not because we didn't see any cast members over here. But as soon as we appeared, the cast member that was over on the other side started moving the boat over this way. Here we go. Does this count as a ride? We're not supposed to be doing rides today.
It's transportation.
Transportation? Okay, I'll take that.
And that you're right. See, this is where there's a lot of semantics here with this stuff, right? Are the Tom Sawyer Island rafts a ride?
Well, or is it Columbia, the train, and Mark Twain, and the canoes a ride, or are they just transportation? Yes, you're going around a circle, but you're still being moved by modes of a real life transportation vehicle.
Exactly, and the monorail as well. And it's like these are like,
monorail.
Yeah, these are kind of like they're transportation / vibe rides.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes. Yeah.
like it's not like a full blown ride, but they're like, yeah, it's this weird kind of gray area
Yeah. Well,
semantic.
because look, with the train, you could say, "Hey, I want to go from Main Street to Toontown," and I'm just taking the train just to get to Toontown, right? Now, on a personal level, you might not get any vibes, but the park does offer it, but maybe you don't really care for vibes that much. You're just like, "Hey, I just want to get on the train, take a ride over to Toontown." Like that would be then for you transportation, right? So maybe this does at some level come down to how you take in things on a personal level from the park. For
Right.
me, I would say these are all vibe rides because one, you're riding it, and two, you get vibes from it. But it is true that these are all forms of transportation, you
Yeah.
know? So,
Yeah. Crazy.
It's a cool looking boat. I will say that.
I love it when the cannon goes off because people don't expect it and then they like freak out.
Wow, we're just not on the island for 2 seconds and Benjamin's gone. There's a whole little world over here to explore. If you've never been over here, it's worth checking out at least once. This is probably only the 3rd time we've done it, like the entire time we've been coming to Disneyland. Dead Man's Grotto. What happened?
A hand popped down with an eyeball.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Oh no, I'm just gonna do it again.
Was it up high? Oh, there's the hand with the eyeball.
You want us? For you, lover. Got your chains all ready? Play a room for ya.
If you wanted to go back into the cave, it says wrong way.
I love you, Disney, but that projection, whatever that was.
did not look good.
No, it did not.
I will say, I haven't been to Thomas Sowell's Island since I was like 10, 11. So I actually should go back and check it out because I haven't seen like all this stuff is new to me. I haven't seen any of this stuff. So
Wow,
I should,
dude.
yeah, so I should probably take a trip out there once at least and go, check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, ye have been warned. Look here, Benjamin. Oh, you found a cave over here?
Yeah, we're gonna lose our kid.
I was going to tell you to go up this thing, but
Hey.
you want to go in the cave. Let's go in the cave. Oh, we're going to try.
Hey, bro, and you know me, dude. I'm claustrophobic.
Oh yeah, this one you're not doing this one, man.
I mean, I've done it actually a few times, but man, I don't like it. I mean, it's just I don't know, man. I don't like going into like squeezing my body into places that are like super tight like that. Have you ever watched those videos actually like on YouTube where like these people will go into like these caves?
Yes, the extreme cave diving. Yeah, it's funny because I like the concept of caves. I think Disney has like really painted a pretty picture of like exploring caves for me. Like this colorful, like wide open cave exploration. You're safe, right? But like these extreme cave divers, man, they're like this. Like they're literally like a cave is above here, like and here, and they're just like flat, and they're like moving along, like the floor.
For a
like,
while too. Like they're like this, and then like
Yeah.
even to get into it, they're like this, and they're like squeezing in, and like they go through, and it's like, dude, this is too much, man.
Yeah, that would freak me out. That would freak me out for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know, but we're exploring. Keep going. I'm still here. Still making it.
Like, what if we get stuck?
We're going to go up. We found the Mark Twain. Mark 1. Mark Twain. Gonna go up these stairs. Benjamin and Amy were up there. Here's Benjamin. Is he just having a blast exploring?
He's like, vroom, vroom. And then he told the guy at the top of the Mark Twain
Yeah.
on the workers, he's like, hi, I'm up here. I'm going back down in a minute.
A spyglass. We have another spyglass up here. Of course, who needs a spyglass when you got this amazing view? Awesome. Oh, look, the Davy Crockett Explorer canoes are getting ready to open. One-way bridge. Enter on the other side. I'm not going to enter, but Benjamin's coming this way. Come on, Benj. James would like to show you something. Go ahead. Look what you're doing. Ah, there's a hand. There's a hand on the treasure chest. Ah, there's a whole pirate on the treasure chest. Pontoon bridge. If you go this way, matey, and your boots get wet, it's your own fault. But you absolutely can. Step on the barrel. Woo! Woo! And your feet might really get wet because if you look, there's some wet spots on the bridge there. Whoa, I'm doing the Jack Sparrow run. Whoa, 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 whoa. Looks like there's another bridge up this way. Let's go on this bridge. This one's not so bouncy. Still a wooden bridge, but not quite as bouncy.
Yeah.
Over.
You know, I think that Tom Sawyer Island does this whole like kind of like exploring kind of thing much better than the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail at DCA, where
I agree.
Right? I feel like Tom Sawyer Island, it's very, it still feels like an organic experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I say organic, I mean like you're really exploring this island, and there's like, you know, where I feel like with the Redwood Creek stuff, it feels like a playground.
Playground, right? Yeah, exactly. And but I think for it to feel organic, though, that's why Tom Sawyer's Island works, is because you have a lot bigger space to utilize, right? I mean, you need spaces to have huge bridges, to have caves to explore, right? You know, to have that, just like a lot of walking areas to go around,
Right.
and yeah, I mean, I definitely want to go back and check this out. And again, this is like a vibes thing, right? But there's still some type of interactive engagement with this island you're still having, right? You see like those audio animatronics in there. There's stuff to look at. There's stuff to do, to see, right? So it's vibes, and it's not a ride, but again, you're still have some form of entertainment going on.
Yeah. Now, is that why you haven't been on the island very often, like since you were a kid, because it is more on the vibe side, though?
No, so it's actually funny. It's actually kind of a petty reason, actually. And I just never went back. So do you remember when Pirates of the Caribbean, the first movie came out, right?
Yeah.
And so great movie. I love the first three for sure, right? But at that time, like Pirates was such a huge hit, and you know how Disney does, right? Whenever they have a big IP, they blast it all over the park, right? And I don't like stuff being overhyped on things. And there was just pirates blasted everywhere. You know, they put Jack Sparrow in the ride. He was in the fireworks, right? You know these shows. And then they're like, oh, now we're bringing Pirates of the Caribbean to Tom Sawyer's Island. And I was just like, I was fed up. I was fed up.
Yeah.
And I was like, more pirate stuff, really? I'm like, we don't need pirate stuff on Tom Sawyer's Island. I mean, what they did, it looks nice for sure. Guarantee, because I haven't gone over there. But at that point, I was just I was like, you know what? I'm not going. Because it's just,
Yeah.
it wasn't really about the island. It was about how much pirate stuff that they were putting throughout the park, kind of taking it over.
I
Um,
feel you. I feel, and that's a concern for a lot of fans, I think, and not just with pirates, but like with everything. I know there was a big push with fans in regards to, or push back with fans when it came to Frozen in 2013, when that franchise really became like a phenomenon. Like Disney was really going in on the Frozen stuff, and a lot of fans were
yeah.
like kind of tired of it. Parts of the Caribbean was the same kind of situation, right? So I get it.
Tiana.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like right now, I think that the pirate stuff is kind of waning. So
Yeah.
maybe it's safe to get back on the island.
Yeah. Well, here's it.
Arr.
I love Pirates of the Caribbean. I love pirates, right? I think it's awesome. But and for me, like it was with anything, when it's too many, when there's too much overhype on something and it's being shown all over the place, I don't like it personally. I at that point I think it's overdone, and it's like, okay, put it where it makes sense. I mean, I guess this does make sense because it's an island, right? Pirates, water, okay, whatever. But at the time, it was like it was pirates here, pirates there, pirates here, pirates there, and I got tired of the pirates. I was like,
Okay.
can we not blast pirates everywhere? You know what I mean? So,
I
but again, it's a petty reason why I didn't go back. But and then after that, I just never went back. Not even really for that anymore. It was just because the habit of going there, I kind of broke that habit of going to the island. So now I should go back and check it out.
yeah, no, absolutely. And don't worry about being petty. I'm petty too. I'm petty 55. So
Here at the end of the island is the pirate treasure. But Benjamin only seems to care about the cave. Just to give you an idea, we have fully explored this island in about 30 minutes. That's how long it takes to fully explore. However, Benjamin back here is like, I want to stay.
I want to stay.
Another thing that you can do at Disneyland that isn't a ride is actually meet characters. And over here, just to the left of Fantasyland, is the Royal Hall. This is an area where you can routinely find characters to meet and greet. So this is the line for
Jake,
whatever
can you pause
character
real quick?
is here at
Yeah,
the
I got you.
moment. Currently, it is.
Okay, so I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this. Okay.
Okay.
As a Disney fan, as a theme park fan, right? Obviously, I'm a fan of the characters. I am not a character meet and greet person. Now, I will go and do it with like friends or whatever, right? But I've just never been that. I'm a very awkward person when it comes to that. I can't interact and be a hoy, and like engage with the characters, right? And I know other people can, and that's great. I know a lot of influencers. I know a lot of even normies love doing the characters, and that's awesome. Again, what I love about Disneyland is that there's something for everybody, right? But he's right. One of the non-ride things you can do is meet the characters. Now, I liked, again, unpopular opinion because I'm not a character guy, right? So I'm gonna get heat for this comment. But I liked during the 6 feet distance thing we had during COVID was when the characters were roped off in a section and everybody can go up to the character to that point and take a picture and then just kind of bounce. That for me, that was sick. I was like, cool. I go up there, take a picture, yo, what's up? And then I dip, right? That's cool. So I like characters, but I like to see them from afar, right? Like, oh, look, there's Mickey Mouse. Oh, look, there's Pluto. So I still get excited to see them in terms of interacting on a one-on-one. That's where I'm like, I'm okay, but I like seeing them over there,
Yeah,
so
no, and you know what? And don't feel bad because I'm actually, even as a vibes guy, an admitted vibes guy,
Mhm.
I find a lot of character interactions, and again, I'm probably gonna heat for this too, I find a lot of it kind of corny. I mean, for people our age, you know what I'm saying? For the kiddos, it's a totally different situation. If I had kids, the kiddos love the characters, and that's great, right? For people our age, it's a little awkward. You're right. It just feels, and maybe everyone's different, and everyone has like a different way of kind of handling that. But like if I'm like, for example, at a restaurant, like I go to Storytellers all the time because my mom actually loves that restaurant over there at the Grand Cali. So we're at
yeah.
Story. If I go to Disney with my mom, like we always hit up Storytellers,
It's good.
But
yeah.
yeah, it's great food, like a little buffet style, whatever. But like Storytellers has like a lot of characters,
Mhm.
and a lot of times I just want to eat my scrambled eggs, bro. Like like I'm not trying to entertain
Well.
Chip or Dale. I just want to have my fucking eggs.
So that's funny. So it's funny that you bring that up because so me and Mrs. Webba have gone to Goofy's Kitchen 4 times and Storytellers once, which was interesting because at Storytellers we never had the characters. But at Goofy's
Right.
Kitchen, right, they have the characters come out like every 10 or 15 minutes, and that's cool, right? Like they come around, you say hi, wave, hi, what's up, Pluto, what's up, Minnie, right? But that's how I like it, and they move on. That's for me, right? Cool. I'm like, cool. Hey guys, what's up, right? And when other people interact, I'm like, okay, that's cool. I like to see them because obviously it's Disneyland. I want to see the characters actually be there. But in terms of with standing in a line for like 20 minutes and like have a chat with like Anna and Elsa, I'm okay. Like I'm good.
Yeah.
Now if I'm like walking through like Main Street or like the Fantasyland and I see Alice or Peter Pan, oh hey Peter Pan, right? I'll wave and say hi. But I'm not a stop and like I want to chat with you and like about my ears or like about what you're doing, out of Neverland or something. I don't know. I can't really get into that zone. But again, it's something for everybody, right?
100%. And I'm with
but-
you on that. I can't like get into that whole like, it's almost like mental cosplay, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah.
Right, where you're like, hey Peter, you're off to Neverland today? Like I can't, like that's not me. I can't do that,
Same. Mhm.
Yeah, it just feels weird and awkward and kind of corny. But like for a lot of people, they can do that and they can do the whole interaction thing and it works and it seems
Yeah.
cool. But like for me, yeah, it's not my style, Like I'm with you. Like if they walk by and like wave or fist bump Goofy, that's cool. I'm cool with that.
Right.
But outside of that, I'm good,
It's a 75-minute wait.
Wow.
I just asked, and they did say that what characters you meet is a surprise, but it's a minimum of 2 princesses, so you can be assured that your wait will mostly be worth it. She also said they just opened, so a little bit later on in the day, it will go down in wait time. If you are used to the way that Walt Disney World handles characters, that is a very normal scenario for you. But here at Disneyland, if you just walk around, you honestly find tons of characters just roaming around the park. You never know who you're going to find, so it can't be predictable. At least something like the Royal Hall is a predictable place to meet them. But, you know, if you're not that super concerned about finding them, you will run into them. You can meet them, you can say hi, they might even stop and take a photo with you real quick. If you go behind Sleeping Beauty Castle, there is a special exclusive experience here at Disneyland that you cannot miss on your visit. It's right over here, and it is the Sleeping Beauty Castle experience. You can walk through the castle. It's super fun. Let's go do it.
Okay, again, I'm a rides guy. Ever since I was a kid, I love this. One, because I love Sleeping Beauty. That movie's awesome. Great characters. Awesome villain. But I love the fact that you can go through the castle. You're technically going through the castle. And 3, it's just a cool walkthrough. You know, it's just I don't know. I've always loved it. Over time, they updated like the technology in this walkthrough attraction. But again, it's a walkthrough attraction, but it's still a vibe experience.
100%. 100%. Yeah, I love it too. I'm a vibes guy though, but I do love this walkthrough. I do love the new tech that they have in here. The little show boxes, I guess you could say what they are. You look inside and there's like projections and it looks really, really cool. This is and it was closed for a long time after 9/11. This was closed down for a really, really long time due to security reasons. And I forgot when exactly they brought it back, but it's never looked better. It looks fantastic right now.
In here, you'll find the story of Sleeping Beauty told in storybook form. Up the stairs we go. Oh, wait, wrong IP. They have these fun pictures with moving graphics, but then they also have the story on the book right behind it to tell you what's happening. We're going up some more. Look, the fairies.
Wouldn't it be crazy to like be in? Because I think this whole area is shut down during fireworks, right? So wouldn't it be crazy though to be like chilling in here when the fireworks are going off?
Just like boom, boom. You know, you hear the castle fireworks just like going off. Like that'd be insane.
That'd be insane. And this is what we're talking about, like the projections and stuff. The way they kind of do, like it's almost like a projection / like Pepper's ghost effect, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but whatever it is, though, it's a cool effect, you know. And Disney is pretty known to use simple effects, but have the execution look really good.
Yeah.
You know?
No, they did an absolute gorgeous job on this. I love it.
What did you think of that?
Good.
You liked it? I wish I could capture everything on camera, but when we got to the end, he's like, "We made it to the end. We're safe." There is even a wheelchair accessible access to it right here. Like, you know, there's the bridge across the castle. It's right here. You can come in here and you can still, actually, there's more stuff in here that's super cool to check out. But then they have the whole story right here for you to watch.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
I think that's really, really cool that Disney does stuff like that, where people that are unable to walk through that attraction, because it is tough. I mean, you have to go through a bunch of stairs, you know. But if you have a kid in a wheelchair or an adult in a wheelchair that just loves Disney and wants to check this out, I think it's really cool. Disney provides like an alternative experience where you can still see I call them show boxes. I don't know what else to call them, right? The scenes, but without having to travel all up and down the stairs. I think that's amazing. I love that. You know,
I believe I was talking to our good friend Cannon Camper. Shout out to Cannon Camper. I believe because we were talking about the subs, and he was saying that the Nemo subs have a like handicap disability area that's like that, where you go and you can sit and watch the show basically of the ride.
Oh, that's cool. That's really, really cool. That's great stuff.
Really awesome and fun experience you can do here outside the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique is get pixie dusted. Come on, let's get pixie dusted. I don't know if you can tell, but she's got some sparkly glitter in her hair. Pixie dust. On the other side of the castle is the wishing well, and we had one more quarter left over from our little journey over in Frontierland earlier. So James wants to throw a quarter in the wishing well. Make a wish. Another area for characters is over here right next.
Now, real quick, on a total side note, I was watching an episode of Family Guy the other day, and it was so funny because it was about, you know, the wishbone? Like you crack a wishbone, you make a wish, right?
Yeah.
And they crack the wishbone, he makes a wish. They're sitting at like the family dinner table, right?
Right.
And he makes a wish. He doesn't say what it is. And he goes, "Oh no, I only got 5 seconds." He runs out, he comes back, he nails his chair to the floor, and everyone else flies to the ceiling, including the table. And he goes, "Anti-gravity."
Oh,
I love
that's
it.
awesome.
It was so hilarious. It was like that was his wish, to have no gravity, you know? It was,
That's cool.
dude, Family Guy is like one of the funniest shows, and it's a Disney property now, technically.
To the Matterhorn and Tomorrowland over there. This is Pixie Hollow. So this is a 10-minute wait, so I think we're gonna wait it. So right here on the ferry's welcome sign, they have a hidden Mickey right there at the bottom of the pole. Here we go, we're flying on over. Oh, we're meeting Tinkerbell.
Would you like a picture together? All right. Would you like to fly on this side? You can fly on this side. All right. Big smiles.
Big smiles. Look at mommy. Look at mommy.
Say Pixie.
Look, I see the Mad Hatter down here.
And here's the thing with that, right? When it comes to meet and greets, I think meet and greets are going to change dramatically over the next 15, 20 years. And what I mean by that is we're seeing a lot of this living character initiative stuff coming out of Disney, right? With Olaf, which is the new thing, Olaf. You see a lot of these like little BD droids over in Galaxy's Edge, right?
Yeah.
I can see Disney when it comes to certain characters and Tinkerbell. And the reason why I'm saying this now is because Tinkerbell is one of those characters I can see them doing this with, right? Because Tinkerbell in the films is a little pixie, a little fairy. She's like this big. I could see them doing like a, you know, a robotic little tink, like a little tink, you know?
Yeah.
And that's the meet and greet. Like she's of Tinkerbell's size, and you meet an actual Tinkerbell, right? As opposed to, you know, a 5'3" Tinkerbell, where think about it. I mean, if you have a Tinkerbell of scale in like little robotic, like a little robotic Tinkerbell, you don't need to do all this other stuff. Like this whole Pixie Hollow thing, you have to set the whole thing up because you have to explain why Tinkerbell is 5'3".
Right.
So you have to shrink us down. You got to have everything big and make all these big props, right? If you just make a little AI Tink that's that big out the gate, you can have her walking through wherever, and it makes sense, you know? So I can see that happening where a lot of these characters like, you know, Tinkerbell, Stitch, Olaf, you know, Bolt, you know, the little dog, things like just these kind of characters that you really can't duplicate too easily in human form.
Yeah.
I can definitely see them becoming animatronics, and that's like the next generation of that character experience. And again, I could be wrong, but I just see now. Look, I don't see them completely replacing, you know, the traditional meet and greet experience. You know, like you have Mad Hatter over here in the distance. I think characters like him and stuff will probably stay human. You know,
Right. Yeah.
I think a lot of these other characters changing. What say you, Webba?
I think the hard part is because the Olaf that we saw was really impressive, but I'm curious as to, you know, like, yeah, I mean, in 20 years, 30 years, will this AI stuff for these robotics be able to have like a full on conversation with you, be able to show emotion and respond to guests? right?
True.
Because sometimes guests, let's be honest, get creepy with some of these characters, and then the character has to stay as character, right?
Yeah.
So how does the AI respond to that?
100%.
So there's a lot of situational stuff you have to put this thing through. Now, maybe the tech can go through all those simulated events and they can adjust accordingly, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to think of like what that's like versus the actual person as the character.
Yeah, no, well said. And you're right about the creepy. Like, I mean, I just always be respectful. Like, if you're gonna meet a character, please be respectful. Don't hit on the princesses or something. Whatever these, because I've heard countless stories of weirdos doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
yeah, don't go there. Respect the cast member, and yeah, just yeah.
As I said, you can often see characters just roaming around.
Go. Right hand in, take your right hand up, your right hand in, and shake it all about. You give the hokey pokey and you turn yourselves around. That's what it's all about. Go. Oh, like teeth. Now we fixed that. Oh, second, oh my goodness. Nobody ever asked for second. Oh, more your hand. Oh, your hand. That's a lovely idea. Good. You know what kind of tea that is? What kind of tea is it? It's empty.
I love it. I love it, dude. This is actually is funny because Walt. I believe Walt didn't really love how Alice in Wonderland turned out. He wasn't like super thrilled. If I'm not mistaken, I heard he didn't love the film, the outcome. Right?
Yeah.
I love it. I think
Alice.
Oh, I love Alice in Wonderland. It has a very obviously heavily Mary Blair, influence, which I love Mary Blair, but like it's so crazy. Like just the songs, Raven in a writing desk and all this weird stuff, like the caterpillar like smoking hookah and stuff. Like it's just the Cheshire Cat. The whole thing is just which shout out to Sterling Holloway. He did the voice for Cheshire Cat, which he also did the voice for the narration for Peter and the Wolf and Winnie the Pooh. And the funny thing about I love Sterling. And the funny thing about Sterling is no matter what character or whatever thing he did, it was just Sterling's voice. Like like his voice was the same, whether it's Cheshire Cat or narrating, narrating Peter and the Wolf or the voice he did in Dumbo. I think it's a store. It didn't matter. It was just his voice. He didn't even change it, which I love him. God bless him. You want to talk Disney legends? Sterling Holloway. Oh my gosh. Huge legend.
Oh, look, Mary Poppins is on the carousel and she's riding Jingles. Of course, she has to ride Jingles.
Oh,
this is more.
And speaking of Mary Poppins, Julie Andrews co-star, Dick Van Dyke. Disney legend Dick Van Dyke just celebrated his 100th birthday. So big shout out and happy birthday to Mr. Dick Van Dyke. He looks good, man. For 100, he looks really good.
Yeah, good. And he's happy too. I love that,
That's probably why he's 100, right? It's probably, I mean, the mind definitely impacts the body in a lot of ways.
Absolutely.
So. Oh yeah. And cheers to Dick Van Dyke. He's an amazing human being. We love you, Dick.
Of a photo op than anything else, but pull the sword out of the stick.
And I probably just got demonetized for saying that, but I meant Dick Van Dyke, YouTube. Dick Van Dyke, okay?
Or try anyway and get your photo in front of the carousel. Coming back over here to Fantasy Fair because something you absolutely cannot miss is right here at the Royal Theater. They have special show times at 10:45, 12 p.m., 1:15, 3, 4:15, and 5:30. 2 different shows, Tangled and Beauty and the Beast. And this is an absolutely amazing performance. The best part is kids can sit up front and get a nice up-close view of the show.
I'm Mr. Smythe.
And I'm Mr. Jones.
And how is each and everybody doing today? Welcome to the theater, the famous Royal Theater, and while we're in the theater, I say let's go play. We have two special guests.
Two special guests?
Yes.
Who's on first?
A lovely young lady with golden locks.
Goldilocks and 3 dancing bears!
No. We don't have 3 dancing bears.
Only 2?
No.
Just 1?
No. There are no dancing bears. Jonesy. There are no dancing bears and no Goldilocks, right?
You said a young lady with golden locks.
Yes, Rapunzel.
Rapunzel doesn't have any dancing bears.
No. The what?
The only.
The one and only Rapunzel.
Surprise of surprises, it's lunchtime already, and we're coming to the Jolly Holiday Bakery Cafe. We already placed a mobile order. Now we're just waiting for it to be ready. All right, so here's a look at our spread. We got 2 of the just toasted cheese with tomato soups, which is a classic item that fellow vlogger Ordinary Adventures always pushes as the greatest item in all of Disneyland. So we're going to see if that's true. And then over here, Amy got the tuna sandwich. Comes with potato chips, obviously. We ordered these fruit cups.
I mean, you can't really go wrong with a grilled cheese sandwich. I mean, it's really amazing. And actually, even at Universal at the Minions Cafe, they have an amazing grilled cheese sandwich over there as well. So I haven't had this particular grilled cheese, but it's grilled cheese. I mean, I'm sure it's great.
Fun fact: I have never been to the Jolly Holiday. Never.
What?
Yeah, I don't know, because it's weird, because I see it being like a bakery or like a pastry place, which is weird because I love treats. I mean, I eat a bunch of junk food, right? I'm a junk food snacky person. But it's weird because at Disneyland, right, a lot of people I know are snackers, right? They like to eat churros, turkey legs, chimichangas and popcorn, whatever, right? I don't really do that. I go and I eat at actual, like, either quick service or sit down restaurants. I'm not really a snacker at Disney, but at home, I'll snack all day long. It's weird. Like, my mindset flips on that for some reason. I don't know why. And other people I talk to, they're like, oh no, when I'm at home, I eat actual proper cooked meals. I don't eat at fast food. I don't eat Cheetos or whatever like you do. But at Disney, though, they go all out. So it's like, it's weird how that works. So I see this restaurant. I'm like, I'm gonna pass up on the bakery like food stuff.
I feel you, but they got grilled cheese, and it's
apparently so. So.
Because these are $2.29, which is like one of the cheapest things in the park, really. That's a pretty weighty amount of fruit for $2.29. We got 3 cups of fruit because it was so cheap, and then I also ordered the Matterhorn macaroon, which I'll get out in just a second. So what did I think? The toasted cheese itself, not great, but the tomato soup, wow. That tomato soup definitely could be possibly one of the best things here in the park. The tomato soup mixed in with the sandwich, fantastic. But the sandwich itself was a little too burnt for my taste. It was a little too crunchy, too hard. But the tomato soup, wow, that was amazing. And here is the cheapest sweet treat that you could get at Disney. It used to be cheaper at $2.99, but now it's $3.99. The Matterhorn macaroon. And of course, we got the Matterhorn in the background there, so it's perfect. This is a coconut treat, just so you know. So if you're not into coconut, you probably don't like this. But it's really heavy. It's really dense. So the good thing is that it'll fill you up. Now Mary Poppins and Bert are out here in front of the castle.
Oh, happiness is blooming all around her. The daffodils are smiling at the doves. When Mary holds your hand, you feel so grand. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band.
Now we're going to come to the Fantasyland Theater, and we're going to check out the Tale of the Lion King. Tale of the Lion King has several showtimes throughout the day. This is the 11:45 showing, but they also have 1, 2:15,
now
4:15, and 5:30.
I don't believe this is still around, right? Because this is from April, so
yeah, no, it's not. I actually went and saw it once. It was actually pretty good. But no,
Okay.
it's not around. Now they're doing it. I don't know what show they're doing, but a lot of times when I'm there, I hear stuff going on over there, but I don't know what the show is now or what's happening there now.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
Of course, those times may change per day, but they'll have them on the app as well as on this.
I'm actually going to fast forward because since it's not around.
You're done with Tale of the Lion King. You can come right over here to Mickey's Toontown. Brand new area that just reopened, or rather, I guess not brand new, but they've updated it, completely redone some of the areas. So those parts are brand new for sure. Now, my kids and I just did everything here in Mickey's Toontown last week, so we're not going to spend the whole time coming in here today. But there's lots of things that you can do in here. They have this tree area right here that kids can play around. Oh, look, there's Pluto! Pluto, hey, Pluto! Also, they have a picnic blanket and a picnic basket you can purchase, and you can just camp out kind of on the lawn here. Have a little picnic as well. And see characters, play here at the playground. It's just absolutely amazing place to come check out. There goes the Mad Hatter again, and this time he's with Alice. Next up over here at Disney California Adventure, we're going to come check out the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. This place is going to be very similar to the Pirate's Lair on Tom Sawyer Island over in Disneyland, except for this one is a Disney California Adventure. One of my kids' favorite things to do over here is the Flying Fox, so they're going to get in line for that right now. Here.
And see what I'm saying? And see what I'm saying? This feels like a playground area. Yes, it feels like a playground. Exactly. It doesn't like Tom Sawyer Island. You have the play elements, but it's weaved into rock work and other things. It just feels like a natural kind of setting. This feels like a playground. Like this is like
you know what it feels like? It feels kind of like a play area at like a campground or something like that.
100%, 100%. I did summer camp once. I think it was like in 5th grade or 6th grade. I forgot exactly, but like, and they had this kind of stuff. Like that's exactly what it feels like. That's why I mean I understand they utilize this area for like Villains Grove, which is really cool during Halloween and stuff. But I mean, I would probably be okay with them getting rid of this and putting in like the Country Bears, like a full blown Country Bear dark ride or a Country Bear like jamboree show or something.
Yeah,
I'm willing to lose this and lose the Oogie Boogie Bash connections and all that for a more substantial, more quality Disney experience. But I'm sure a ton of people. Yeah, I think we're gonna get heat for that though, because it's a lot of people love this stuff. But yeah, not for me either, bro.
Comes Benjamin. There he goes. Way to go, Benjamin. Woo! Then they love going down the slides as well. There's 2 of them. They often like to race each other. I don't know where James went, but Benjamin should be. Oh, there's James right there. So here comes Benjamin. I can hear him all the way down the tube. There's James. And Benjamin again. Did you just go again? Did you go again already? They just love. Oh, there goes James again. They just love going in circles. Usually I stand up here, Amy stands down there. One of us is, watching the kids at any given time from both heights. But there goes Benjamin again, and James is already up here. We're not going to fully explore absolutely everything that there is to do here at the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail, just because it's a little later in the day and my kids are kind of tired, or maybe it's just that I'm kind of tired. And there's a lot to do here, just like over at Tom Sawyer Island. But we are going to head up the net climb. Benjamin's in the lead.
Well, okay.
James.
I'm gonna ask you that because SoCal Disney Dad, he brought up a great point where he said he's kind of tired. Like that's an excellent point, my friend. Because I find myself at like I used to be able to do like morning to night at Disney, and as you get older, it gets a little harder. You know what I'm saying? It just does.
All right.
And I'm a pretty youthful guy. Like for my age, I'm a pretty youthful guy, and even I have an issue with it. I'm like, oh man, I'm tired, But like, you're a rides guy, and like, how do you feel about that? Like with the parks and stuff. Like, is it hard for you to do like a full day now, or can you do the whole day and it doesn't phase you, or?
No, it phases me, but not till I get home.
Oh, okay. So you're good, and then you get home, suddenly you just crash.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I crash.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, But it's weird too because I don't drink coffee or anything. Like I drink sodas for caffeine and whatever. But I mean, you know me, OG. I'm not a morning person at all.
Yeah.
But
No,
there's been there's been plenty of times where I've gone road drop to park closing, and then driven an hour home. You know what I mean?
that's
So
wild. That's wild work, Eva. That's wild work.
I mean, I don't do that anymore just because again, like, our life has kind of changed a little bit, so I haven't really been even really able to do that. um, but yeah, I mean, I figured that I'm more since I'm a more night person. I would rather stay later than get there earlier, if that makes sense. And I feel like that when you stay later, like let's say 11 or midnight, most people don't stay late. A lot of people come early. So I feel like you get more rides in towards the end of that hour than you do at the beginning of the day.
No, you're
So
absolutely correct. I think you do. Yeah, and I'm the opposite. Like I'm rearing ready to go in the morning, and we recently went on a road trip together to Vegas, and it was I'll be in bed and I'll wake up I think we went to bed what'd you say, like 11 or something,
yeah, like
probably.
11:30, something like that.
Yeah, and I was up at 6:30 and completely refreshed, ready to start the day. I went to the bank. I got I went to
Coffee.
the bank. I got coffee. I had like a full on start to my day, bro. I was like, for me, I was like ready for lunch, you know?
Dude, it was funny. I woke up and then OG looks up. He's like, hey, Bubba. He's like, it's lunchtime for me, man.
I'm telling you. And it was only what, like 9 a.m. ish. Yeah, but I was already up for like 3 hours, you know? But
Oh,
it's funny how everyone's different. Like for me in the morning, I'm ready to go. I'm energized. I'm good. Once I hit 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I'm not like ready to go to bed by those times, but I'm like
right.
definitely like winding down though. Like I'm not like winding up. 8 or 9 o'clock, I'm like, okay. Like I'm kind of in becoming like more chill mode, right? But
Yeah.
you're opposite. Like you're kind of more chill mode when you first wake up at like 9 in the morning, 10 a.m. And then by the time you get to like 8, 9 o'clock at night, you're good. You're peak Webba, you know?
Yeah, it's weird because I'll start work at like 2, right? And then I'm still like groggy. Dude. I'm like groggy. I'm sluggish, and it's like 2 in the afternoon, right? Mind you, and I'm
Wow.
groggy. I'm sluggish. By like 5 p.m. rolls around, dude, I'm like I'm good. Like, and then it's
You're
just
gr-
like I'm gravy, man. And then it's like, boom, just like I can stay up for a long time. So
wow, that's wild. That's wild. It's funny how everyone's like internal clocks are different, you know?
exactly.
Now I've had a lot of jobs in my day where I mean this current job I'm in right now, my regular 9 to 5, for years I was doing like 6 a.m. shifts. And
Yeah.
so my body's got kind of used to like waking up super early, doing the morning thing, having the coffee, doing the thing. And I think my body's got accustomed to that, you know, and I never
Oh, yeah.
really now I don't do 6 a.m., but I'm still pretty early. I'm like 8 o'clock, you know. So my
Right.
body's just accustomed to like the early thing where you work later in the afternoon, so your body's more adjusted to like the afternoon into the evening stuff. So, you know.
Yeah. Exactly.
Then once you get to the top, they have yet more nets to cross. They're not up though, they're just across. Both of our children have disappeared from sight. Oh no, there's James. This area gets rethemed a lot. In Halloween time, it's Villains Grove, and they use it for Oogie Boogie Bash during that exclusive event. That's really awesome. I'll put some clips of that. And then at Christmas time, everything in here is under a Christmas theme. You can meet Santa over here at the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. Sometimes you can meet other characters. Like right now, I think they have a Raya meet and greet, which is the current thing that they've mostly been pushing for the last, I don't know, year or two. But they do alternate who's here sometimes. The Disney parks often have a lot of live music and events that just pop up around, so you have to check them out.
Okay, bye.
Next up, he's the cat's meow, and he's piping hot on sax. We call him Zoot, Zoot, Zoot.
Over off to our right is Disney Junior Dance Party. This is really meant for little kids. Older kids probably won't enjoy it, but it is a fun show that you can go do. We'll see if we have time for that. Back here is a stage where they do a variety of performances. They're setting.
Yeah, this is an older. Okay, yeah. So this is from 2023. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean this stage right here. I mean, not long on this earth. I mean, this is gonna be Pandora, right?
Nope. Yeah, it's going bye-bye, so.
It's going bye-bye, so it's crazy. So we'll see.
Up for a Food Network presentation. Is that what you said? What they're setting up for right now?
So yeah, at 3:30 they're doing different culinary presentations, and this one's with Duff Goldman from Food Network, so like pretty well-known guy. But earlier today, the kids did the Alice's unbirthday party.
Oh, they got these hats too.
Yeah, so we got in line. It's first come, first serve. So we got here about 50 minutes before the show. Waited in line, but then they took them back. They gave them a little chef hat. They got to see Alice on the screen, and they got to decorate their own little unbirthday.
And this
cake.
is free, right?
And this is free.
So you got a free cupcake out of it.
They each got a free cupcake.
Amazing.
And a free hat.
And that takes place right here at the stage at the Hollywoodland. All these people sitting down there, they're getting ready for that Food Network presentation. I've also seen orchestras back here, high school orchestras play on that stage. So they do a lot of things over here. This one's for Food and Wine Festival. The Alice at Wonderland's only during Food and Wine Festival as well. So those things do end at the end of April, so that they won't necessarily be going on when you come, but they'll have something going on back here. So check it out. It's worth seeing what they've got going on. James found a hidden Mickey earlier, and we'll see if you see it.
Oh, there it is.
Over here you can meet Disney's newest character, Moon Girl. Hello, Moon Girl. A little bit later on this summer, the Hyperion Theater is bringing back a show. It'll be Rogers, a Captain America themed show here at the Hyperion Theater. Which
Rest in peace, Rogers the musical. Rest in peace.
Yep, not anymore.
Not anymore. No.
Is just next to Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a 45-minute long show. The last time they had a show here, it was Frozen. Before that, it was Aladdin. I absolutely loved the Aladdin show the best. I'm curious to see how Rogers is going to go. I'll definitely be giving it a view whenever it comes out. But 45 minutes of air conditioning in the middle of the summer is a fantastic way to get off your feet and rest and relax. So I highly recommend checking Rogers out when it debuts this summer. Here in Avengers Campus, they do a lot of really awesome shows at this building off to the left, which is just one more thing that you can do here at Disney California Adventure that's not a ride. You see some people up there, they're getting the show ready. When a show's going on, you'll know, because there'll be loads of people right down here all standing.
And we talk vibes versus rides. I mean, Avengers Campus is the vibe land. It
is, yes.
Yeah, characters, shows, all that stuff galore. Not super strong in terms of like the aesthetics of the land itself. I will say that. I think Galaxy's Edge is visually a more stunning area, but I think Avengers Campus does a better job, like, with the kinetic energy and the meet and greets and the shows and all that good stuff. So.
Well, and I'll tell you why, because they're not tying themselves to a timeline.
Right, exactly. You can have the Sam Wilson cap and the
Steve Rogers cap,
Steve Rogers cap within 10 minutes of each other, where like in Galaxy's Edge, they're so concerned about the timeline. They're starting to break away from that, but it's still there.
Yeah.
To some degree.
And waiting and watching that way. Plus you'll hear the music and you'll see things going on. Occasionally they do other shows over there. And then there's the Spider-Man show that happens outside the Spider-Man attraction down that way.
Time for some field testing. Hey, could you record it for me? Tag me later. And photo op. This is classic, man. Jerry, airbags, please.
You can find all of the show times for things like this on the app. You just click it over to entertainment instead of attractions on the map, and then click the little bubbles that are in Avengers Campus. The type of show will pop up. It'll give you all the show times, when you can come back, and that sort of thing. I know no time has elapsed for you here in this video, but we've already eaten dinner. The angle of the camera is what it is because I'm trying to keep the sun behind my head to avoid glare on the camera. But we're now back here on Sunset Boulevard. We're going to go check out some of those special things up here that you can do that aren't actually riding rides. Some more info on that dance party that we briefly mentioned early. Looks like we did miss the final.
I don't have kids, but I believe this is also closed right now at this time, right?
When I went there last, I believe the Disney Junior Ice, the building was still there.
The building is still there. Yeah, I don't know if the show is, but yeah, you and I both don't have kids, so if anyone with kids knows what the status is, I thought they shut it down. But I could be wrong.
Well, and hold on, real quick, OG, before I start. This is why I also like this video too, because this video isn't really for. I guess it can be for the nerds, but it's not really. It's more aimed for like the family, right? Like your kind of normie family, right? Like, I mean, me and you, we don't have kids. We're also super hardcore, so it's not really for us. We know what we like to do at the park, so on and so forth, right? This is for like family from like Colorado. Shout out Jay Shear, right? Or whatever. They come out from some other state, family of 4 or 5, and they're trying to look for things to do that aren't rides.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. 100%, brother.
Performance that was at 4 o'clock, so we're not going to be able to do this for you guys, but here's a list of the times that they do the Disney Junior Dance Party. We're going to head inside the Disney Animation Building. This is just honestly one of the best places to come just to chill and relax. Grab a seat on a couch if you can, but I love just listening to music in here. We want to come over here to Turtle Talk with Crush first and foremost, though. At least we're going to see what the next time is. Next show is at 5:30. They said show up 15 minutes before, so it's 5:15. It's 5:05 right now, so we're going to go
let me pause
Sorcerer's Workshop while we wait.
There we go.
I don't know if you've done it, but me and Mrs. Webba went to do the Turtle Talk with Crush one time, and it's fun. It's a fun experience. It's really funny. If you guys haven't gone to check it out. You don't need kids to go inside this show, but if you want some laughs and go in it, it's a good time.
Absolutely. No, I've done Turtle Talk many moons ago, but it is a good time. It's really fun. Really cute show.
Another thing you can do in here is character close-up Anna and Elsa. So you can meet Anna and Elsa in the animation building. We did ask at the times. They said they're getting ready to close it down. We probably could have waited, but we don't know how long it's going to be, and we want to do Turtle Talk. But they said that Anna and Elsa are there from 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. every day. So that's, plenty of time. So here we are down in the Sorcerer's Workshop, and we get to see one of the little flip book characters. There's another one right here. Mickey Sorcerer. You can make your own if you have time. This takes a lot of time. So they've got paper right here. So you can take your strip of paper, you can take one of these pencils, and you can slowly draw each and every one along the path here. They give you a little pattern to follow. So then you take this paper and you slip it in one of these things, and then you'd spread it out. Now I haven't drawn anything on here, but then you could spin this and you could look at your own creation if you actually bothered to put anything on here. But that's the really fun thing that you can do in here, especially if you're interested in drawing. But there's more to do down here than just draw. You can check out some other things like this here. It's like, ooh, there's Gaston, and there's Gaston, and if we go really fast, Gaston is looking at himself in the mirror. They have even more of those things over here. You just get it moving really fast, and we've got a bird flying there. So lots of fun could be had here, but it's not over. To Beast's Library. James found an open storybook.
But first, we must learn a little bit about the wonderful personality that is you, sir or madame.
Think it through in your head or talk about it with friends when you have a problem.
I don't know.
Okay, now this is James's turn. Do you see yourself as more sensible or imaginative?
You almost lied.
Gaston. No. You got Gaston. All right, we're back for Turtle Talk with Crush. And here's the people that have showed up 15 minutes early. So we're going to go, oh, you're in the water.
So come on down, folks.
They also have sign language here in this show, so that's great. Wonderful accessibility here at Turtle Talk with Crush.
And then you can ask him anything you want. You can ask him what's his favorite color, what's his shell made out of, what's his perfect day look like. Should we still invest in Bitcoin? I don't know. You can ask him whatever you want.
Right, Jesse, yeah! Whoa, dude! Hey, let's go last row, but all the way to the last noggin, Carlos, dude.
All right.
Dude, Nikki, you should have seen your face when I picked you. You were all like... Well, Nikki, where do you come from, dude?
Tucson, Arizona.
How's the surf in the Tucson, Arizona?
No surf.
I think you made that kid cry. Well, if you're not surfing it up, Nikki, then what do you do for fun there?
Absolutely nothing.
You work for the Tucson Board of Tourism. Nikki, that's a shining endorsement. Hi, Nikki. I sat by the exit so the turtle wouldn't pick on me, but look at where we are.
Just completed Turtle Talk with Crush, and it's always a fun time at Crush. Every time is a little different because, you know, every time they're talking to different people, but it's always hilarious. Definitely worth checking out. Now we're coming over here to Mickey's PhilharMagic. This is one of my favorite shows at Disneyland. The music is just perfect. It's 12 minutes of sitting down, air conditioning, and glorious Disney music. Here we go.
Donald, wake up! It's showtime! Don't forget the orchestra! And don't touch my pet!
Be our guest. Be our guest. Put our service to the test. Try the gray stuff. It's delicious. Don't believe me? Ask the dishes.
So we are going to be leaving here in about an hour or so. It's just usually when we leave. So we don't have time to do the Animation Academy today, but I will put some photos of when we last drew Goofy. We are headed back over to Disneyland in order to finish off the day with great moments with Mr. Lincoln. It's the last thing that we needed to do over at Disneyland that isn't a ride. Looks like the Magic Happens parade is about to happen. Somebody just left and they're like, you can have our spot. So the boys just scooted straight into that little spot right there. It's Donald. High face? Is that what he said? Hola! Well, since
I forgot how much of a banger that song is, but that song is absolutely incredible. It's crazy because the parade is a very typical standard Disney parade. Let's be honest, like the floats and everything like that. I mean, they're not like super crazy, right?
But it works.
But it works, and the music, dude, that music is so contagious. You can't stop, but like you can't stop but stop and watch
Yeah.
it because of the music, you know? So
Right. Well,
it,
listen, here's what's funny, bro, is that so I'm a rides guy, right? Now, Mrs. Webba, I would argue is probably even worse than me. She's like parades, she's like fireworks, don't care about it. You know, she's like shows.
oh,
So it's like so she'll do it with me because I want to see it, right?
yeah.
So there are some people out there who are actually more of rides people than I am. She's like, I go to Disneyland for the rides and to eat.
Hey, yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, no, yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, the parades are something I really, really do love because you can just kind of sit there, you know, set up shop basically and just watch them, and it's cool entertainment, you know.
Well, right, and that's what I'm saying is that like parades, fireworks, shows, right, theaters, right. These are all stuff that like to me I would still do because it's an attraction. It's something that I'm still engaged with, even though it's not a ride. It's not a ride technically. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
yes, I love rides, absolutely. I'll ride a crush all day long. But hey, I'll go chill in the tiki room. I'll go on the Mark Twain. I'll go on the railroad. Or go watch Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. Um, and if I was a kid, yeah, I would go on the trail thing and DCA or whatever that the place is, right? So I would do that stuff. But I just happen just to like crush rides all day. That's just how I in my natural habitat I do the park. You know what I mean? But Fantasmic, I love to watch Fantasmic. Fireworks, love to watch fireworks. Parades, depending on the parade, like Magic Habits is good, Paint the Night, Main Street Electrical Parade, right? I like those. I wasn't really a big fan of Soundstational Parade, to be honest. But so it depends on the parade for me. But I like to watch those too, or like do some other stuff that isn't non-ride thing. So it doesn't mean I don't like the vibes. I do, but it has to be
A
engaging
balance.
still. But yeah, exactly. So, but OG, I want to ask you this though because we're watching this. These are still, like I said, activities, right? These are like
Yeah.
vibe activities. But how
Right.
you vibe the park is still on a nerdy. Again, this video wasn't really for like the hardcore nerds, right? This is more for
Yeah.
like your normies who want to go to design and enjoy themselves, right? But for you, you're a hardcore Disney nerd, and so you vibe differently than this. Yes, I mean, yes, some of them you will do, of course, right? Like Tiki Room,
Right.
right? Mark Twain, whatever, right? But the way you usually do the park isn't what was shown in this video. So, do you want to explain?
Yeah, they still do a lot of activities, you know?
Yeah.
Like for me, like I'm more about like vibing, like getting food and like talking to the people that I'm with, right? So like when we were there in August and we went
Mhm.
to the Lamplight Lounge. We had a few drinks, yourself. Well, you didn't drink, but you were there.
Yeah.
Webba doesn't drink, but like Webba, Marcus, right? Tones, Poppy, right?
Mhm.
Like chilling and talking to our friends and just kind of vibing like that, enjoying the scenery, the water, the nice weather, having a few drinks. That's my ideal Disney day, right?
Yeah.
Going to get food, walking around.
Mhm.
So that's like even like what SoCal Disney Dad did was still like very activity based.
Right.
We did Palm Shore Island, we did the Tiki Room, he's still doing like attractions and things. I'm completely fine with eating all day long, having a few drinks, and talking to the people I've come with and just have good conversation.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. What do you do as Mr. OG and the tall hair when you're at the park by yourself?
Same. I'll eat, I'll drink, I'll walk around. I'll do like maybe like one ride. Like when I go to Universal,
Yeah.
I'll have a drink, enjoy myself. I'll walk around. Sometimes I'll run into Theme Park Wizard because Mr. Theme Park Wizard is always at Universal. We love Theme Park Wizard
Always.
or a good friend Alan from Almighty Coasters. But so a lot of times I'll meet up with friends there or Universal High. He's there a lot. So I'll walk around, meet friends, eat, maybe have a drink, hit the tram tour, and go home. And for me, that's a perfect thing. Like just enjoying the scenery, soaking it in. I'm cool with that. But now
Yeah.
here's the thing: SoCal Disney Dad, he's got two kids. He's got two kiddos, so he's
Mhm.
kids. Like, I don't have that issue. If I had kids, I would sort of be forced into the whole, like, okay, let's do turtle talk. Let's do tiki. Like, he has to kind of play ball because he's got the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. And
Yeah.
which is OG would have to play ball and stay up super late probably some nights.
Exactly. And I don't stay up, you know, so it's tough for me. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, so I vibe a little differently. I'm more just about like who I'm with and
Yeah.
like chilling with who I'm with. I've been on Indiana Jones. I'm a Californian. I've lived in California my entire life. I went on Indiana Jones in 95. We're talking, it's been, Indiana Jones has been in Disneyland for 30 years. Like, I've been on it. I've been an annual pass holder since 2002. You know, the rides, they're cool, but I've been there, I've done that. So I'd much rather talk to you and Marcus and Tones and the people I'm with and enjoy our company together than ride the thing that I've been on God knows how many times since 1995.
Well, we'll see. Well, point one is I'm a huge Indiana Jones fan. If you guys can't tell, I'll point to two things: globe
Yes.
and my guy up there.
Oh yeah, and actually, I have my guy right here, bro.
You got it right there, right there. There it is.
And this is
There it is.
actually Indiana Jones mug. It's hard to see from it's kind of far.
Oh,
but
and I got this.
Oh, a little bit of a glare. Is that Indiana? Oh, there you go. I can kind of see it. Okay. Oh, sick, dude.
Yeah, it's the AP 25th anniversary. But what do you call it? Yeah, so when I'm by myself at the park as a rides guy, I eat and I ride crush all day. That's what I do. Like that's just like Mr.
That's your
Webba
jam.
like thing, just ride crushing, right? Also vibe rides too. I go on those, right? But then when I like let's say if I'm with you, right? Because OG, me and you are very opposite in that, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like that we work well because we kind of balance each other out, right? Like, you know,
100%.
like for example, right, you'll hit some rides with me, you know, but then I'll chill a lot with you at the same time, right? Or if there's some rides I do want to go on and you're like, no, I'm good. You're like, yeah, go on the ride. I'll go walk over here and go get something to drink or whatever, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So for people out there, if you have a couple of friends who are very different on how they do the park, you know, it's okay. You know, just let it be. You know what I mean? Just let it be.
And sometimes it works really well because you and I about a month ago went to Knott's and it worked really well because you were more of a rides guy. I'm more of a vibes guy. So it was a good mix of like the vibes and the rides.
Yeah.
That we got to kind of do. We still hit a lot of rides. We still hit rides, but then we did a lot of vibes. And so it was a real nice balanced kind of day, you know?
It is, and then also too another point, at least for me, is that at that point, again, like to what you're saying, I've been to the park a lot of times, right? Even though I still love doing essentially the same thing over and over again, right?
Right.
I mean, you know, I like enjoying the time with my friends, right, at the park because it's a different experience. You know, you get to have that shared experience with them, with the other person, experience stuff together. You know, so it's a whole different thing. We're hanging out and having a good time. So I like that aspect, you know, and again, it creates that good balance there. But yeah, so OJ, I want to ask you, is there any other type of that we didn't see in this video? Any other non-ride stuff that you can think of that we have now, or like non-ride activities that you can think of that wasn't shown in this video?
Yeah, I think that if you're like, because obviously SoCal Disney Dad, he has 2 kids with him, so his dynamic is gonna be different. But if you don't have kids, I think vibes. I think Oga's Cantina. You and I, our friend Mindy, we had and Brandon, we had a great time. Oh, and Trigger, and Thrill B, right? We had a great time at Oga's Cantina. Thrill B, we had a great time at Oga's Cantina, right? Oga's is a great place to vibe. Now, I have my issues with Oga's a little bit because they do kind of rush you out the door a little bit, right? But when you get in there, you can have a few drinks, you can chill with friends. It's a really fun vibe. And a lot of times you can even make friends in there because it's a very social kind of environment where like the table next to you will start talking to you and you'll like chop it up. Like, so Oga's is a great vibes place for like the 21 and over crowd, I think. You know, same goes for like Lamplight Lounge, you know, those kind of things are fantastic. Honestly, even little things like, you know, sitting on a bench on the Rivers of America or sitting on a bench on Buena Vista Street. Little things like that are kind of fun. Just you know, you and your buddies are chilling and just talking and just eating a pretzel, whatever. Like that kind of stuff is also kind of fun. So those are a couple of things that you can kind of do when you're a vibes guy. But or you can even do. I used to do this all the time. I had a really close friend. He passed away though, unfortunately, in 2018. Shout out to Bruce Roberts. But like him and I were like, yeah, he's a Disney nerd like I am and you are, right? So when I would go to the parks with Bruce, we would go and we would like, and this was around the time DCA 2.0 was kind of under construction. So we would go over and check out the construction and like, you know, like kind of like what Dave does with Fresh Baked, right? Where he'd go and like watch the construction and kind of nerd out. Like as a diehard fan, I like doing that too. Like just nerding out on like the new construction stuff. Now we got this Portos thing coming up, right? There's a lot of new activity over there in downtown Disney and the Esplanade. There's a lot of new opportunity to sort of sit back and vibe and watch the new thing. Like for me, that kind of stuff is really fun. So
yes, and see, I think that's where the difference between the hardcore nerds, and the normie, right? Like normies aren't going to do that, and but which makes sense, right? Because a lot of normies are coming for a vacation, right? Or they're out of town, so they're not really going to be spending the time to be like, oh, look at the rock work right there, blah 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 blah. You know, they're not going to be looking at that like, okay, what's the ride? What's our next meal? When's the next show? Right there, that's where they're focused. Kind of like how I am in a sense, even though I'm like a local here, but they don't really have the time to be invested to do that. To do that extra deep dive numbers, which I understand for sure.
Completely. If I had kids and I was coming from out of state or out of country, I wouldn't do it either. I gotta be honest.
Yeah. You know,
I would probably crush rides. I mean, I have kiddos with me. We came all the way from Chicago or whatever. We're going on rides, fam. You know, like I mean, I'm not gonna sit there on a bench and watch the Avengers ride get built, right? Like I think that's part of it too, is that because I've been an annual pass holder or magic key holder for so long and I have access to this place so easily, it sort of changes your priorities where you're like, yeah, I can come back tomorrow if I want, right? It's all good. I don't really need to ride pirates or do this, that, and the other. I don't really care. Where like if you're coming from out of state, this is like an event for you, like a big deal. It's different.
Right now, I want to ask you though. Sorry, I know we're kind of going longer than we thought.
No, you're fine.
But do you think that puts into perspective on like what is? I'm trying to find the word to phrase it on like, do you think that makes it better? Of course, being a local, that you can nerd out like that more, right? Because if you're a family, right, of 4 or 5 or whatever from out of state, you don't really have the time or the energy to be ultra hardcore Disney fan at the park. Because like you were saying, right, when you're local, you know, you have that kind of privilege, so to speak, to do so.
Yes. I don't think it's better and I don't think it's worse. I just think it's different, right? So if you come from out of state and you're coming with your kiddos, there's something very special about that. Like if you're coming with your kids and you're crushing rides and you get to see your kids' reactions to these attractions, I think that's very special, you know?
Yeah.
And there's nothing to dilute that at all. That's an incredible experience for those parents, you know, to have that. So you can ride crush and have an amazing experience with your kids. And I think it's beautiful as a family, right?
Yeah.
But as a nerd like you and I, we don't have kids and we do have access to this place like so easily. It's also pretty cool to be able to just hop into the park, check out the construction, you know, get to know cast members as well. Like we you know, we can get to know the cast members, we can get to know like, so we kind of enjoy it on a different level, but it's also very special. So it's just two different approaches, but both are equally as cool, I think, in a way.
Right. See, I agree, and I would say like that's something that I do as a nerd. Right. I kind of do what Fresh Bake does, so that whenever me and Mrs. Webba go to the park, I will always time the queue line. I'll get in there as soon as I stop to stand in the queue line. I time it because I'm curious to see how fast it goes. Normal people don't really care about that. Like they're not going to do that. You know, I do that, and then also when you go so much, what's fun for me is that I'll notice what's been changed or what did they alter at certain parts or certain things in the park, right? Oh, look, that's new, or look, that's different, you know. So I guess that's kind of vibey in a sense a little bit there because I'm kind of looking at stuff that I've noticed the detail has been changed, you know. So that's pretty fun to do. Also, I will say another vibe ride that is in conjunction with Storybook is Casey Jr. You know,
very much.
like here's that. You can say, oh, it's a very kiddie ride. Yeah, I obviously Casey Jr. is very colorful, very kiddie looking, right? I get that. However, go on that ride. Tell me if you're not banging out to, Casey Jr., the soundtrack, and the smell of the engine or whatever that's
Oh
from
yeah.
the ride. And you're going around, the Storybook Canal. It's super
Oh,
vibes in
classic.
that spot, dude.
Oh, 100%. The Disney smells, and we can do a whole video on this, but the
Oh,
Disney
yeah.
smells are legendary. You can blindfold me and put me on some of this stuff, and I would know exactly where I'm at.
Well, see, and again, to that point though, I attribute that to being that's part of the vibing experience. That's
Right.
part of the vibes because it's part of what makes Disney Disney. It's the sounds, it's the smells that really immerses you into like, oh, that is a Disney smell. That's part of the vibe you get, right? Main
100%.
Street, even Star Tours to me has like a certain specific smell in it. I'm like, this is Star Wars.
Oh
It's
no, yeah, it's that like that carpet with like the hydraulics.
yeah, yeah.
It's just freaking Star Tours. You know what I'm saying? It has that. Oh, you can you can smell it. So
Smell it.
Yeah, it's wafty. It's wafty. Yeah, it's fantastic. No, you're right though. These are very nerdy, things that we definitely notice. The casual fan probably notices it, like the smells and stuff, but probably more on a subconscious level.
Right.
But we're like more front of mind noticing it, like the
Yes.
pirate smell, the Star Tours smell. Casey Jr. has a smell. Absolutely. The railroad has a smell.
Mhm. I would say Indiana Jones has a smell too.
Has a smell. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. There's a lot. there's a lot of jokes I can make right now, but I'm gonna be good. But before we get out of here, though, let's go ahead and we have our good friend Jared from Capture the Magic. Make sure you actually subscribe to him on YouTube. We do a bi-weekly show with Jared, myself, Slime Square, and Jared is the host, Capture the Magic, and actually Webba has been on there as well. But we talk all about theme parks. It's called Theme Parking. You can see actually the live shows in the playlist. Really fun stuff, and make sure you check those out. But Jared from Capture the Magic has an apparel store. If you're looking for nerdy stuff, honestly, like Disney, Universal, he's got Epic Universe Christmas stuff, Mario, whatever the case may be, Pirates, the backside of Wata. Make sure you check out CTM Apparel. I'll be linking it down below. If you use promo code OG55, you get a 10% discount. So make sure you check that out down below. We also have the one, the only, the lovely Miss Mimi Fan. She is the lovely gal who does our outro for us. And she's absolutely incredible. Really sweet girl. But if you're looking for fun stuff to do outside of the theme park experience, but you're in the LA or OC area, make sure you check out Mimi Fan, whether it's Korean barbecue, Vietnamese food. I know a lot of you are sleeping on Vietnamese food. Vietnamese food is amazing. Make sure you check out that as well. Really anything. Boba. It's great food places in the OC and the LA area. Make sure you check out the lovely, the one and only Miss Mimi Fan. She's also got great taste in music. La Seraphim, Spaghetti, fantastic song, and an amazing group. But Mr. Webba, where can everybody at home find you on social media, sir?
Absolutely. Well, Gene, thank you so much for having me on this show today. It was awesome talking about vibes and rides. And also I love that we got to react to SoCal Disney Dad again, representing San Diego out here in California. West Coast is the best coast. And guys, please check out SoCal Disney Dad. He does great content and great stuff, especially for families. But you can find me on all social media platforms at Mr Webba 91. You can also find me right here on Orange Grove 55.
There he is. And I'm going to be ending this with the lovely, I just said, the Mimi Fan. She's going to be closing us out. But before Mimi, I do have right now, because Tupac has been in the social media sphere again, because we love Pac. We're Californians, right? We love Pac. We love our California legends. But because of the 50 Cent documentary and all that, a lot of horrible stuff coming out of that. But Tupac had a great a great line in terms of changing the world, right? And I think it pertains to content creators in a big way, where sometimes you might not be the one who changes things, but you might inspire the person that does. So we're going to close it out with Tupac and then the lovely and beautiful Miss Mimi Fan. Thank you, Mr. Webba, for joining as always. And until the next time, see you all.
I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. And that's our job, is to spark somebody else watching us. We might not be the ones, but let's not be selfish. And because we're not going to change the world, let's not talk about how we should change it.
Thank you so much for watching OG55. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and become a member today.